I was embarking on a new adventure, seeking new thrills, perspectives and challenges. A trip that would test me physically and mentally, almost giving up at times. The journey would see me cross 4 islands in the Hebrides, South and North Uist, Isle of Harris and even the Isle of Skye, then back to where I started at Mallaig. I would be crossing the ocean on 4 ferries and cycling 121 miles on a dodgy push bike with all my gear. At one point, I wild camp in front of a pristine, sunlit ocean. At another, I seek the welcome refuge offered to me by the islanders, and I also stay in one of the most unique and beautiful hostels I have ever stayed in. The series starts as I set sail for Loch Boysdale in South Uist, a place I have little or no conceptions about, but I come to love the Outer Hebrides, its friendly people, stunning landscapes, and its rich history which defines its culture. Welcome to Cycling the Hebrides, to lands beyond. I begin this journey by embarking on a 3.5-hour ferry to South Uist in the Outer Hebrides. And to be honest, I was quite nervous. I had no plan or knowledge of the place I was about to arrive in. But the idea of the unknown, it was quite thrilling to me. To find myself on the far edge of a nation, with only myself and my bike. The idea of it felt freeing, it felt authentic, and I couldn't wait to start my journey. Here, I've just arrived at Loch Boysdale hotel here next to the ferry port about 5:30. It's now about 6:30, just having a pint before I set off to go find my camping spot. So I'm going to go find a place called Clad Hallen, which is an archaeological site where they found prehistoric mummies dating back to like 2000 BC. So I'm going to try pitch up there. So that's about 40 minutes that way. So hopefully that's a good place to lay low tonight. Right, it's a quiet wee place I'm in right now, quite eerie if I've been honest with you. When I arrived on the island at Loch Boysdale, it was rather empty, quiet and unsettling. And I was expecting this, but yet these feelings of loneliness gripped me as I watched my fellow passengers disappear, and I was all alone in the ferry car park in this unknown place. So, after a pint at a somewhat desolate and lonely looking hotel, I decided to push on to the beach to try and find a camping spot. Wow. It's fucking amazing. Hey, good morning. It's 7:15 on my first morning in the Outer Hebrides. I'm at Clad Hallen, which is an archaeological site just west of Loch Boysdale, where I came in on the ferry. Don't worry, I'm not actually on the archaeological site. I'm just sort of down the coast a little bit on the beach, which is lovely. I came here last night when the sun was setting. The weather was great, the wind, a little bit of wind, but that kept the midges at bay, which I'm quite thankful for. My sleep was very comfortable. couldn't, you know, like just a bit of wind and rain in the night, which was fine. And then, yeah, so I didn't have any videos last night because I took a while pitching my tent, which is a brand new Van Gogh Nevis 100, a one-man tent. It said 5 minutes pitching time, but I took about half an hour to put the thing up because I'm absolutely hopeless at things like that. After my first night on the beach just north of Loch Boisdale, I reflected on my day before. It was quite unnerving, I thought. But as I was making my way to the beach, I passed these campers. I gave them a wave, a nod, and moved on to my own spot just a mile down the coast. But half an hour later, they came over and said hi. This is when I met James, David and Gavin, fellow backpackers who are at the end of their own journey. It was at this point I felt connected and orientated again. They shared stories, gave advice, and we all watched the sunset together. At this moment I felt like I was supposed to be here, that I had made the right decision to come here, and I couldn't wait for the days ahead. Coming up next on Cycling the Hebrides to lands beyond, I will be travelling the North Road to the Isle of North Uist, while facing the unforgiving Hebridean weather, but enjoying the gracious hospitality of an islander as I take shelter from the weather. But I also learn and discover the communities that call the Outer Hebrides home. And I spend an unbelievable evening in a hostel on the pristine beaches of Berneray Island.